I wish somebody, I'm in the bodega.
I know.
Better stay near mommy. Or I'll snatch or I'll snatch you. Snatch who?
That's
Snatch
true.
what? I'm calling my cousins. I'm calling.
Okay, guys, welcome to Group Therapy Podcast, where we talk about all things life. You know,
One off-topic conversation at a time.
that is right. That is right. All right. So first, we're just gonna get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
How was your week?
My week, so better than last week. It's a 7.5.
I remember. What was it last time? 4?
I think 4.5. 4.6 or something.
4.6? It probably was 4.6. You like to do odd numbers.
Yeah, it was way better. Still a little stressful.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of school stuff to do. I'm graduating December, hopefully. Praise the Lord. And hopefully, it's just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
A lot of midterms, all that stuff. So.
all that jazz.
All that jazz. But yeah, and I was just so busy, like all over the place, all day. All week I had to do something. Like every day I had to do something, and it was just so annoying. And I worked every day. I worked all day every day. So I would go to work. Let's say like Monday, I would go to school, then go to work after till 7. Then Tuesday I would go to work at 8, leave to go to school, then come back and work till 7. Like it was just every day I worked till 7, and it was just so freaking annoying. It was just, I'm so happy the weekend is here. Thinking that was a lot.
Like, dang.
Yeah, it was just...
I mean, I feel like I was gonna try to spread some positivity, but my week was the same.
How was your week?
It was a 6. It was a 6, which I guess is like it has gone down. And it's kind of like the same thing as you, where it's like, I feel like I'm being productive every single day. Mm-hmm. And like they always say, oh, you need to be productive and stuff. But I just need a break. Like, I just need to lay down. Because every day, if I'm not like doing homework or going to work, as soon as I get home, I'm knocked out. Mm-hmm. Like, I was supposed to record some like TikTok get ready with me and stuff. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I want to go to bed.
I'm going to go to sleep. Yeah. But that's the worst because, like, you have something to do. Like, I'll get home and I'm like, I have to do this assignment. Mm. But I'm like, well, I mean, it's due tomorrow at 11:59. So, I mean, I guess I could wait till tomorrow. Right. But then I get tomorrow and I'm like, I'm so tired. I can't do it.
Yeah. That's why I implemented a rule. I mean, it's different because of my job. Mm-hmm. But I do all of my homework at work. Because I will not do homework on a weekday, like, at home. Because I am not...
Like, you're not productive at home?
Not even that, but I'm just not going to do it. Like, I'm not letting myself do it. Mm-hmm. Because I know, especially when you get into that, like, homework flow, 12 o'clock will come, and I'm like, oh, shit, I got to be at work early. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm already up. So I have a whole, like, process of me going to sleep, and it starts at 6. Like, I come home, I eat whatever. 6 o'clock, I need to be in that shower. 7 o'clock, I need to be in my bed. And then from 7 to 9, that's when I'm like on my phone watching TV, whatever the case is, right? But let's say I start my homework around that time, and then I do schoolwork until 12 a.m. Now my process to do all that...
It's still the same amount of time?
Exactly.
And I don't... You have to push it back, and then you don't go to sleep.
Yeah. Because I can't just like, okay, close my laptop and go to sleep. I just can't. Especially, I don't know.
Like, you have to still do your nightly routine.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I'll wake up the next morning.
Kudos to you, because I will just, like, if I'm in the middle of, like, studying or, like, I just finished an essay, and usually I prepare myself before so that I don't have to do anything after.
No, because if I once I take that night shower, I'm going to bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that shower it lets me know it's time for bed. Mm. So,
yeah, I get that. I mean, yeah.
That's why I don't sit in my room anymore. I just sit at the table.
Yeah, because if you're in here, you're just going to go to sleep. Because your mind's like, we're in the room. We're going to go to sleep now. What are you doing up?
Psychology. Literally. Because when I'm in here, I'm like, okay, well, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, because that's how we're conditioned. Like, You're in your room. This is where you go to sleep. Okay. You're laying down on the bed doing your homework. No, you're not. You're going to sleep.
Yeah. Like, the only time I think I can do my homework when I'm in my bed is, like, on a Sunday. But I have to do, like, my laptop needs to be in my bed Saturday night. So as soon as I wake up, I don't crack open that phone. I crack open that laptop. And I do my homework right then and there. And I don't get up for breakfast, nothing, until I finish.
That's a lot of self-control, because
because I'm not doing my homework for the rest of the day.
Oh, like you're forcing yourself to do it in the morning so that you have nothing.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm going to work on it and then come back. I'm not coming back to it. I know myself. Like, I've done that before where I'll be like, okay, I'll work on it from 2 to 3 p.m. And then I'll come back around, like, 7. 7 o'clock, I'll open that homework and be like, let's go on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, you have more self-control than me, because I will sit there. It takes time. I'm such a procrastinator. I will sit there and, like, do other things. Not our special guest.
Sorry.
I will sit there and do, like, other things. The time will pass. 1 more hour. Time will pass. Oh, 1 more hour. And then I'll waste the whole day. I need to work on that.
I think it's easy for me because I'm at work. So I'll just be like,
and, like, you're in a productive place. I mean, if I did my homework at work, I'd get it done. But I can't do my homework at work because of the job I have. But, yeah. We had rough weeks. I feel like after this weekend, I'll be okay. Like, this weekend, I plan to do absolutely nothing. And I'm proud to say that. I'm sorry. I'm proud to say that I'm going to enjoy that. I started watching Desperate Housewives. I'm going to binge watch it. Well, I'm probably not going to finish all of it, but... What episode are you on, or what season are you on right now?
1.
I was going to say, comment below if you...
Season 1, episode, I think, 11. I started yesterday.
Oh, okay. How long are the episodes?
They couldn't be an hour. I don't know. But there's like 23 episodes per season.
Damn.
And there's 8 seasons.
Okay, so I have a story here.
Okay. I'm excited.
So, woman charged for allegedly faking pregnancy to get paid leave.
Okay.
Love that for her.
Right.
Speaking
of work and how it's stressing us out.
Right. Okay, a Georgia woman, why would it gotta be Georgia, is facing criminal charges after she allegedly lied about being pregnant to get paid time off from work. The case involving the suspect, 43-year-old Robin Folsom, is being prosecuted by the Georgia Office of Attorney General. Every time I say Georgia, I just think of a peach.
I did too, like with the...
It's a big old peach.
Yeah, juicy one too.
I'm hungry. A news release issued Monday by the Georgia Office of the Inspector General, the OIG, stated that Folsom is facing 3 counts of making false statements and 1 count of identity fraud. She was indicated on February 10th by the grand jury in Fulton County. According to the Inspector General Office, Folsom previously worked as the Director of Internal Affairs for the Georgia Vocational Rehabilitation Agency. That's a big word. In October 2020, she notified the agency's Human Resources Department that she was pregnant and later announced the baby was born on May 2021. Oh, okay. 2021.
Wait, she said in 2020?
When so in October 2020, then the baby was born. So she notified that she was pregnant on October 2020. And then she announced that the baby was born 2021? Yeah.
May 2021?
May 2021.
How
October. November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So when she found out she was pregnant, she would have had to been 3 months. Which, I mean, some people find out around that time.
Okay.
Some people do. I know people find out earlier, but depending on, her, maybe she just didn't know. She lied. She lied, but like I'm saying.
I'm just trying to make sure her math
is mathing. I mean, if people believe her, they're not gonna really like fact check that.
True, but I'm nosy. I feel like, when's your due date?
Like, when did
you
find out?
Like, okay, you said you're 3 months, so is it a boy or girl? Like, you should know these things.
Yeah, because that 3 months usually is when you can know. Okay, so her employer subsequently received an email from a person claiming to be the baby's father. The email not the baby's father. The email stated that Folsom needed to rest for several weeks following the birth. Yeah, that's normal. Folsom was then granted 7 weeks of paid time off under the Family and Medical Leave Act.
Question though, why did the baby daddy have to send an email?
That's like when you're trying to fake something, and you have like your mom text your boss, or like your mom texts a teacher. Like,
girl, we knew you was pregnant. We knew the maternity leave was coming.
Why didn't she take? Like, duh, you need leave after having a baby. So why didn't you take off leave before having the? Okay. There's more. However, an observation from Folsom's co-worker who suspected she might have been wearing a fake pregnancy belly helped prompt the investigation. So, the investigation revealed that in March 2021, a co-worker observed the lower portion of Folsom's stomach come away from her body. Believed Folsom wore a fake pregnant stomach. In addition, Folsom allegedly sent pictures of her new baby to various GVRA employees.
You didn't have to do all that. I'm not showing my baby. You don't need to see my baby.
Well, it wasn't her baby. It was somebody's baby. However, the pictures appeared to be inconsistent and depicted children with varying skin tones.
That's what she...
She took a picture of me when I was a baby, sent it in, and then took a picture of you when you were a baby, sent it in, and took a picture of them when they were a baby, sent it in.
Nothing goes.
No fact checking, no nothing.
Literally, first of all, if I was to do this, not saying I ever will, but if I was to do this to get some paid leave, I'm going to find a baby on Instagram. You know, people be posting their babies. Okay. I will do this, actually, but I'm just saying, if I were her, I would have found a baby's page. You know how they be making Instagram for the babies? Mm-hmm. And I would have just took all the photos from them. She probably went on Google and said random babies.
Like, she didn't work. If you go that far to get a fake stomach, then why didn't you do the necessary research in order to fake this the proper way?
And where she work at?
She worked at the she works for a rehabilitation agency. So Georgia Vocational Rehabilitation Agency.
That's
so
probably why she needed that.
Some government type stuff.
But she needed that to pay leave because she working with it's a rehabilitation.
Yeah, but she gonna need rehabilitation because she crazy. So what else?
Well, now she going to jail.
Yeah, she gonna get rehabilitated there. So the pictures appear inconsistent, and they were varying skin tones. So Folsom had previously reported the birth of a child in July of 2020 and claimed she was again pregnant in August of 2021.
Hold on. I thought she said that she found out she was pregnant in October of 2020.
So they're saying that she's done this before. So in July of 2020, she said she gave birth to another baby.
So she's had 3 kids so far.
According to this, she's had 2. So before this one that they caught her on, she gave birth in July of 2020, and then got pregnant in August. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
See, this is why she got caught up. Because first of all, her fake belly was moving around, lifting up from her stomach. I would have taken that down. Then her timeline is messed up. Because even just reading about it is confusing me.
Yeah, because she said she notified the agency that she was pregnant October 2020. So that means, and then she gave birth May of 2021. So she gave birth into the new year. Mm-hmm. But she also reported that she had already given birth to a baby of July of 2020. So which was before she reported the new pregnancy. So she said, I had a baby in July of 2020, but I'm pregnant again in August of 2021.
So did she get the paid leave for that July baby?
So she got the paid leave for that May baby that she had. But after the May baby, she said that she was pregnant again August of 2021. So May, June, July, August. She was like, I'm pregnant again after having the May baby. So she's trying to get this paid leave a little too often. Gave it 5 months.
You need to do it every year.
She gave it 5 months before. So this is her. So you were right. This is her 3rd pregnancy that she's reporting. That's why she got caught up. She's stupid.
Why don't you just quit?
It's probably a good paying job. She learned that the company learned that the State Office of Vital Records did not possess any birth certificates listing Folsom as a mother, and review of medical insurance records says no indication of her ever delivering a child.
You could at least have 1 kid.
Just to prove them right. She was like, nah, I want the money, but not the kid. She over here in probably Barbados, chilling for the last 6 months. Talking about I have a baby, but her 3 different skin tones. oh, it's just a tan. Your baby don't have tan. You don't got a baby.
God damn.
That's crazy. That was a trigger warning. That was crazy.
Yeah.
She's a terrible liar. She needs to do better.
I feel like...
Miss Folsom, get it together.
You think she gonna go to jail?
She gonna have to pay back or something. She's gonna have to do something. She gonna have to do something. She probably gonna owe for the rest of her. She gonna go to prison.
She has to go to prison because there's no other...
She's not gonna go because she's gonna say she's pregnant.
Okay. You could be pregnant in that jail. Where the baby at? 9 months. I wonder if she tries to pull that off, if she gonna, I mean, they wouldn't be able to see the baby. So they're like, it's been 9 months with the baby. And they would test her and all that stuff.
Yeah, they do the same thing they would do out here in there. Actually,
but it's mandatory, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go and you in handcuffs.
So we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. So the question/topic of the week is, have you? It's where you at. So the question of the week is, have you ever had any scary altercations or experiences in honor of this week's Halloween episode?
Spooky. I've had like some spooky like scary little like not interactions, but like, you know, as a kid, like everybody thought their school was haunted. Like if you were there a little too late, you didn't think your school was haunted.
I did.
Like when the janitor would shut the lights off and stuff, and it's just like all dark, and you would hear noises, but it's just like the building.
Well, I remember when my school had like was it a fire drill or something with a fire, or the like lights went out or something, and it was probably like 4:00, 5:00, and I had this one friend, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, guys, they're coming to get us! They're coming to get us!" And you know us, we're in high school, but we're teenagers. And we're like, everyone run, everyone hide. It's really not that big of a deal. Like, but low-key, I was like, because that school scared me. So I was just like.
The building, like, itself,
yeah.
Scary.
I don't like churches. I think my school was a church. If not, then yikes. But then my middle school was actually on top of a nursing home. That scared me. I didn't like to be there past, like, a certain time.
Is it that school that's near...
Roxbury Prep?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That.
Did you not know I went there?
I did, but aren't there 2 locations?
There's 3, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know you were on. I've been to that location personally, and that's crazy that they would put a school on top of a nursing home.
And it's one hallway. Let's talk about it. It's one hallway.
Like, why would you put high schoolers in a nursing home?
Well, not high schoolers, but
young children. You guys are younger than high schoolers.
Yeah.
Why would you put middle schoolers in a nursing home?
And it's crazy because to get to my school, you have to take the stairs. But obviously, when my mom comes visit with my sister, like, she couldn't. So we had to go through the nursing home to get on the nursing home elevator to get upstairs. And I remember we would pass the nursing home and it would be like crazy people just yelling and screaming.
Yeah, I've been in that nursing home because I have people who work there, and it's not a place where kids should be going near. Yeah. And I would hear like kids in the hallway, and I'm like, why would you put world's oldest people with world's youngest people? Yeah, I mean, you're both equally mentally crazy, but that's whoever did that, they need an award for the most stupidest thing to do because that was dumb. That's scary.
Yeah, and I think that was like the original like location for Roxbury Prep.
Wow, who did that? They really needed a building.
Shout out to Roxbury Prep though. I'm not gonna lie, I hated that school when I was there. But looking back on it, I'm like, you know, I guess you prepared me for the real world or whatever.
You did do what you said you were gonna do. Prep.
Very true.
You prepped me.
To enter high school. Now, high school is a different subject, but yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, creepiest thing that you've experienced.
So my school, like my middle school was, it's located in like Eggleston, and it's a pretty old building, and like the auditorium was probably the scariest thing because it was like an old school like stage, and it had like the swinging door to get onto the stage. Okay. So it had like stairs and like a swinging door to get onto the stage, and the stage was like wood, so every time you were on it creaked. Oh. So and it had a big old curtain as well. Like we had a stage, like the curtain that closed and opened, It was the real deal. So.
Oh my God, and like you could see the stuff on the top. Like, you know how the Phantom of the Opera would just be like in that little area, just looking down.
Yeah. No, it was scary because like and after school we would like do whatever in the auditorium and the stage would be closed, and then you would hear stuff in the back of the stage.
No.
Or like if you forgot your bag, like let's say okay everybody's done in the auditorium and then you go back to your class and you forget your bag in the auditorium and nobody's there and the lights are all off. Because nobody's in there, the auditorium's not being used. So you have to go in there and get your bag. And it's just these rows of like wooden chairs. And they all creak. And like you left your bag in the middle row. So it's dark. You have to go get your bag. You can't find it.
You can't turn on the lights?
You can't turn on the light. Like you would have to go to the back of the, like where the, because our music teacher, that was her classroom. So she would shut the lights. If she wasn't there, she's shutting the lights off. Nobody should be in her classroom. So she would shut the lights off after her class was done. And to go to the lights, you would have to basically walk through the entire auditorium anyway and go turn on the lights. And we were kids. We didn't know where the lights were. We weren't allowed to touch them unless she directed us to touch them. So we would go in there and have to try to find your bag. And you hear the creaking. You hear like you feel like you hear somebody in the stage. Like.
No.
And there was, you always hear noise back there because there was a printer like in that back area. And that's where all the teachers would use the printer. So if a teacher, and there was a separate door you can get into. So if a teacher came in, you can't see, the door's closed, you hear somebody back there, you're like, oh no, my bag. And then you would just like run.
You ever like,
what?
You ever, when I was younger, well, I still do it now. But like, obviously, you know that I have like a long hallway, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say I'm going all the way to the kitchen, but I don't feel like turning on all the lights. I'm not. So I'll like dash, to the thing. And I can see, like, the lights of, like, I can see the light of, like, the Xfinity box. Mm-hmm. I can see the light of the, like, the computer. And, like, I'll just see those things. But, like, my brain tells me it's someone's eyes. It's not someone's eyes. It's just the freaking light. Mm-hmm. But immediately, I'm like, or I can't see behind me. And I just dash.
I don't run no more. Like, I'm just, like, I think I say something. I'd be like, just get me already. Like, I just feel like, you got me. You got me. Because I'm not running up the stairs. I'm not doing it.
Randomly, like, if I'm taking a shower at night, and this is not all the time, but randomly, I'll be like, what if Michael Myers is just looking at me right now? Or, like, some demon.
When you wash your hair and you're like,
yes. And I'm like,
because I swear I heard the curtain, and I'm like, or, like, do you ever peek
out?
I feel you ever peek out the shower and you're like,
or you feel some, like, cold breeze on your, like, leg or something. You're like, who opened up? Yeah.
Who's in here? Because usually you feel that breeze when somebody opens the door to the bathroom. Girl.
That makes me so nervous. Like, I don't think you understand. I told you how I couldn't sleep when I remembered my old freaking nanny's face.
Now I'm about to scare you. Now you're not going to take showers.
Now I just saw her face in my head.
That's your fault. I didn't even bring her up.
I know, but it reminded me
of her face,
of scary things. So yeah, her face. Anyways, I haven't had any. Well, my scary experience was in the last episode where I was just talking about my serial killer Uber driver.
That was pretty scary.
Yeah, and the Caribbean guy. That was about it. My only like main scary.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was talking about it to somebody. I was like, have you ever had that ever happen to you? Like, the Uber driver just knows shit, or like you just feel like I don't know anybody who's ever had to like leave a Uber. Like, be like, all right, let me out. Like, I've never met anybody who does that.
I will never say that
sticks though. It out. This is why we would die. Because why would you stick it if you're uncomfortable? Why are you sticking it out? Because you really just want to get to wherever you're trying to go.
No, not even that. But I feel like me telling them that I'm uncomfortable or me making it known that, like, I'm scared, then they're like, okay, well, I was going to wait until she got to her destination to, go
now I'm going to kill you now.
Exactly.
You're dying now because you're scared.
I don't be doing nothing.
I don't like my victims scared.
Stop.
I like them. I like them nice and,
bruh,
nice and trusting.
I just, the clown things back in the day, like 2016, when people were doing like those clown things.
Oh, like
chasing people.
Yeah, the clowns were outside, like the killer clown thing.
Yeah, I was fucking with it.
They weren't doing that shit where I was living, but
they wasn't either. But I saw that and I was like, "What are y'all doing?" Like I saw it on Vine and stuff.
Bumfuckety, like they were doing that shit.
But that's even scary. Imagine you driving down this long dark road
and there's a clown. I don't know. I'm running it over.
Sometimes I don't think I'm gonna live in like a house. Like I would love to own a house, but I feel like they can't get me if I'm on the 6th floor. If I'm on the top floor, I mean they could get me if they wanted to, but you have to go through.
Order. They be in the New York apartments.
Well, this ain't New York, but I'm not. But like
Boston.
Yeah, I don't know. It's getting like New York though.
Crime is crime.
Yeah, it is, but it's just like. I feel like people are so trusting when they get a house. Like, when they get their own house.
What do you mean, like trusting of the area or like?
Yeah, or at least, like, what I've seen. It's like, oh, yeah, they have security systems, but they're very, like, you know, like when you live in, like, a gated community and stuff, like, you leave your door open sometimes, or, like, you have, well, you know, not our community, but, you know, other communities.
Let me know if you leave your door open in the comments below. I would like to see, like, where things are, who comes in, and, like, I like that thing. It's Ring, but it's connected to something else where you can unlock the door for people and stuff. And I know people who have, like, keypad door, like, to unlock their houses.
People could hack that.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's, like, more of, like, it's easier not to have your key, not to lose it, stuff like that. But I don't know about having cameras everywhere, especially if you live in like a wooded area, like where my family lives. Like
that
a squirrel, a deer is gonna set that off every like 5 seconds.
That scares me.
Oh, like where I live?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first moved there, it was I couldn't even sleep because there was no noise. It was completely silent.
You know why those things scare me?
Why?
Because when I was watching the Jeffrey Dahmer thing, his first kill, his house looked like that. Just looked like your house. I kid you not. Just in the woods, you had to go up this long street to get to it, and the house was just there, and he had a dead body under the house, just chilling. Bro, this is getting deep. Sorry. But, like, that creeps me out. Like, when I went there, obviously I wasn't, like, creeped out. But, like, if I had to go there at night, you're not seeing me. I'm sorry.
No, it gets real dark. There's, like, no lights. And I used to take the back roads because I was scared of the highway. So, it's, like, an hour drive on the highway. And I was scared of the highway. So, I would take the long roads. And those, it would take me 2 or, like, 3 hours to get home. And those roads are actual, like, roads in the middle of the woods. And people live in them. Like, people live in the middle of the woods. There's, like, no lights. They have, like, a turn into their driveway, and they're, like, in the woods, like how my house was. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, pitch black. You have to put your high beams on. You cannot see. You have to drive slow because you don't want to hit a deer. You don't want to hit a mailbox. It's, like, pitch dark. And I was like, I need to start using the highway because this is ridiculous. It's really scary.
Yeah.
It's scary for us because we've never lived in that environment. For people who actually live out there, it's probably not scary. Like, that's normal. Probably living in the city would like be the same thing for them. Like, too much noise, too much.
I like the noise. I like hearing the ambulance, driving by. I like hearing the police. I like hearing those things because it's like it lets me know. Okay, people are doing their job. Okay, okay. There's people because I remember there's one time where I was like in my bed, but I wasn't really asleep. And I heard some guy yelling outside. I'm like, is he arguing with somebody? He was arguing with somebody. And then all of a sudden, I just saw like the red and blue lights outside my window. I was like, got him. Got him. I was like, yeah. Got him. Y'all doing your job. Okay?
I'm going to go to sleep sound.
Exactly. And I like to be nosy. I'm like, what's that?
Okay, guys. So for today's TMI, we decided to go on Reddit and get a couple other people's viewpoints on this topic. So the question is, what is the creepiest thing you have experienced? What is the creepiest thing you have experienced that you still think about to this day? So I'll go first. I'll read the first response.
Confession.
These are my confessionals.
Okay.
Okay, so it goes, my brother had a party in... Don't look at me.
Okay.
You look at me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. My brother had a party in college at his place on campus. They had trailers that were on campus and were part of the housing. That's weird. There were a bunch of parties that night in the area. I was there for a little bit, but was still in high school and had hockey practice in the morning, so had to get home early. My brother and his buddies were on the porch late at night, like 3 to 4 a.m., when in the distance, in the dark, they saw someone randomly running through the night with a football. My brother's buddy then even yelled, "Run, Forrest, run." That's fucked up. Next morning, the police, he said police, knocked on everyone's door to interview people who lived in the area. Apparently, a student was decapitated and the body was found near the campus, but the head was missing. There was a massive search, and a few weeks later, they were looking on the track and field complex behind where my brother lived, and they found the head when emptying a porta potty at the track. My brother is fairly certain the random guy in the dark running with a football was actually the guy running with the head. I said it was a student who was killed. I meant to say it was a student who did it. The victim was a 13-year-old female.
What? Why is a 13-year-old on a college campus?
So, I mean, he was in high school and he was on a college campus. So the person probably knew somebody on campus and got like...
That's disturbing.
That's scary.
That's just... First of all...
That was his creepiest experience that he still thinks about to this day. Yeah, now I must think about it to this day. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, well...
Spooky.
That's great. What? I don't like that. Like, by the way, when I picked these out, I looked at it, but I didn't look at them.
You didn't read them.
Yeah, I was like, cool. Okay, next.
Boy, got it.
That has to be creepy.
That has to be scary.
Yeah, if
it's
a boy involved,
it
has to be creepy.
Men.
Okay. All right.
What's worse than a rapist? A child. Stop.
Okay.
I won't look at you.
I like when you look at me. Okay. Our next confession was when I was around 20 years old, we had this weird neighbor that we didn't think about too much. One night I was up at 2 a.m. and noticed out my window that I can see the reflection of a fire. So I went into the completely dark living room and peeked through the window to make sure it wasn't someone's house. It was the neighbor with a bonfire in his driveway, just standing with his back to it, staring directly at me. Now, I hadn't made a sound or anything. There was no way he heard or saw me coming. He was just staring directly at me. So being completely freaked out, I went to bed and couldn't fall asleep because I was convinced he was going to murder me. Fair. About half an hour later, I hear crunching and I'm like, prob's a raccoon in the driveway. Then I hear clapping. I look out from my window to the driveway and there he is, standing in my gravel driveway, clapping and staring directly into my bedroom window.
Is that it?
That's it.
Why is he clapping? I want to know how he's clapping. Is he going like...
He has to be.
Or like...
No.
Like the Wii character clap after you just did a good bowl? Like... Why is he clap? That's so... It's creepy that he's doing that, but like, why is he clapping? What are you clapping for?
It's creepy that he's staring into my room.
I know, but like, there has to be some reason he's clapping. Like, okay, you can be creepy and stare into somebody's room, but like, he's making noise, so that means he wants you to see that he's looking into your room. Oh my God. Why is he doing that?
That's all he gave us. I hate when people do this. Give us an update. Because...
Are you alive? Maybe they can't give us an update. Ooh, no,
Child.
No.
Maybe that's the murderer. Writing it as the boy.
Anyways. I don't know. All right, the next one. These are weird. You found good ones. These are weird. When me and my mom moved to a new house, she had some redecorating to do. Sorry, I cannot read. Some of the things she wanted to change was to get some new curtains for our bathroom. Mm-hmm. The curtains in there were torn, dirty, brown, and just ugly as fuck. So she bought some new curtains. As she is quite short, she can't reach... Damn, why you come for your mom? She can't reach our attic, which is where she wants to store the old curtains. It was rented, so we couldn't throw them away. Pause. So these curtains were already in the house, and they were dirty, torn, and brown.
Why can't you throw them away?
Anyway. So I put the Who rents curtains? So I put the curtains in the... Like, the house came furnished, and those curtains were there. Okay. But why are they torn and... Okay.
Right. Didn't the owner... Okay.
I would talk about that with the landlord. The new curtains went up. All is good. The next day, when I come home from school, the horrible, dirty curtains are back up in the bathroom. New curtains are nowhere to be seen. I asked my mom why she had changed the curtains back over. She was terrified. Had no idea how it happened. Still bothers me to this day.
There's a ghost.
Hell no.
There's a ghost up in there.
Hell no. She said they put up new curtains. She physically watched her mom put the new curtains and put the old ones back in the attic.
She couldn't get to the attic.
The mom couldn't get to the attic, so she put them in the box herself. Or they put them in the box themselves. And then they got home from... Why am I assuming it's a woman? They got home from school or from wherever they came from, and the old curtains were back up. And mom was like, I didn't put them back up. Right. And it's only them. Somebody lives in the attic. You ever seen that movie, The Boy?
No.
It's about like a doll. These people get hired to watch a doll in the house because the parents are going like away on vacation. And it's like a weird job. They're like, oh, it's cool. We can just watch this doll for the weekend and get like $2,000. And the doll would move like around the house. And they're like, how the fuck is this doll moving? And then they find out that the doll, that they actually, they call the doll their son. But it actually turns out that like their son, like they had a son. He was living in the walls of the building. And the doll is like his like...
He's living through the doll?
Yeah, his alter ego. But he's a grown man living in the walls of the house. So he would he had little portal, like not portals, but like little doors in the walls would come out, move the doll around, and like fuck around with them.
What?
So the movie...
I understand.
Yeah. At first I thought it was a ghost movie. I thought it was a ghost. It was haunted. No, it was a person living in the walls. He had... Something happened to his face, I think. I don't know. But it's like...
Was shopping with my father and got in line to check out when he realized he forgot something and went to grab it. My 2-year-old daughter was looking at the candy when a man got in line behind me and said to my daughter, "Don't wander away from mom or someone like me will snatch you." He didn't say someone would snatch you. He said me. I grabbed my daughter and put her in the cart, and he just stood there staring at her. I was about to leave when my father showed up, and this man said, "Ooh, you've got a big guy with you," got out of line and left. I felt for sure his plan was to try and take her when we got in the parking lot. I think my 6'4" father made him rethink it. I still think about that creepy guy to this day. He was about to steal that baby. First of all, you saying you got a big guy with you?
Nah, I'm good. Left the line.
And you tried to tell me last episode, oh, what does it make? Like, what difference does it make if you say, like, oh, my dad's here? That's why.
No, but he's physically there, so he can see. Like, because that guy was bold enough to be like, I'll snatch you. And then he was like, oh. He thought he had competition. He's like, nah, I'm good.
I need to know where these things are.
Where are they happening?
Yeah.
Not anywhere near here.
You never know.
I don't think so.
You never know.
Because I wish somebody, I'm in the bodega.
I know.
Better stay near mommy. Or I'll snatch you. Snatch who?
That's true.
What? I'm calling my cousins. I'm calling my uncle. I'm calling
and
everybody.
It's funny because if that happens here, like, you don't even have to say anything. Because there'll be someone in the line next to you or something.
Like, what'd you just say to her?
Right. Like, what are you talking about? Sir? The cashier.
You want to get a camera? Like, what'd you say? Say that one more time.
World star.
Get your whole...
Literally.
We'll get your social in under 3 seconds. So you can't even do that.
We'll find you.
Right.
First of all, social media is like... The quickness that they have when they can find, like, someone scary or a Karen, it's crazy. Like, they were like, oh, this girl.
Yeah, we know where you work. At 33,
get her fired and everything.
Like, well, we know your son's address. First of all, how'd you find her? And then how'd you find her son? How'd you find, like, people? Crazy.
I did a creepy thing, though.
Did you, like, buy somebody's information on the black market?
No.
I heard somebody did that.
First of all, if I have to buy the information, I'm not doing it.
She's like, fuck it.
That's
I don't
want to
know anymore.
But I was trying to find out who someone's baby moms was. I was trying to find out who their baby mama was. So I did some research. And let's just say I found what I wanted to find. It was very hard. No. The thing is, you can find people's, like, personal information. Like, if you go through the courts for something, you can find that online. Just like this. Like, I was able to...
Yeah, because that's all public record.
Yeah. So, you ever go to court or anything? I could find any of it. Well, I'm not saying I would find any of it, but...
I'm not saying she's looking.
If you give me a reason to, hey, I will look.
She lurks.
Yeah.
I think I'm good at lurking. I be, like, noticing things in, like, similar posts. Like, if you posted in the last 3 days in the same location, I know y'all were there together.
Yeah.
Or, like, if, like, let's say there's, like, 5 people post in the same location, and I see little spots in each picture, I know that these 2 people were together, even though they had nothing to do with those other people. I think that's more observant. I don't go looking for it. I just notice it, and I'm like, oh, they're dating now. And then 3 weeks later, I find out they're dating. Like, officially or something.
Right. They'll
hypothetical. This is not real, but.
It depends on how important it is to me. Like, if I need to prove a point.
You're going to find it.
Yeah. Because me and my best friend, I always tell her, like, this is my theory. And she's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? This is my theory, and I'm going to tell you that it's correct. So I'll go. Yeah. And she's like, how did you find that? I'm like, girl, don't worry about it.
Because you made me.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy, though? She'll come to me and be like, I need to figure out about this person. And I'll be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, let me just get my FBI checking out.
Yeah. Let me type that in real quick.
Yeah, do you know their date of birth?
All I need is the last name.
What day were they born?
I just need the last name.
That's it?
That's it.
I'm going to test this theory one day.
Trust me. I just need the last name and, yeah. Because I could find their mom, their dad. Let me not say this on camera. You ever slip up, though? I've almost slipped up where, like, I've looked up someone's family and, like, they start telling me about their family because we're getting closer.
Yeah, your Uncle Tim.
Yeah, and I'm like...
My who? What?
I don't say it, but in my head I'll be like, oh, yeah, I know who that is.
Like, you don't even have to tell me, I already know.
Yeah, but...
Somebody I was dating once did that. I was like, oh, yeah, like, my brother. They're like, which one? And I was like...
How do you... Right.
Like, I didn't tell you I had more than one. They're like the little one or the one with the birthmark? I was like...
Right.
How do you know that? Because I didn't follow them on Facebook. They, like, searched my... Well, they followed me on Facebook, but they searched, like, my mom, and then they looked through all her pictures and, like, looked at my whole family.
That's a little... I mean, I guess if it's, like, a love interest.
Yeah, I mean, he was in love with me, but...
But it's so weird. I've never really known, like, a guy to do that. I know girls do that.
Yeah, no, he's a stalker. He, like, wanted to know... I think he had, like, this obsessive thing where he wanted to know everything about me right away. So he just looked through.
Dang, that might be me.
I mean...
I want a man to know everything about me. But not in that creepy way. But, like, also, like I said last time, I expect you to know everything that's going in my brain.
Right. So, I mean, he needs to go on your Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr.
But that's the thing,
Visco.
Because I know that I can find those information, like that information out from other people, I don't put anything out on social media like that. Like, if you search my name up in Facebook, you're going to find a Facebook from, like, when I wasn't allowed to have a Facebook, and there's, like 3 photos.
And your farmland account and all that?
Yeah.
With your cows? Probably dead. Chickens? Dead.
Like, I used to post when I was, like, on Movie Star Planet, and, like, I got a new, like, love or something. Yeah, I used to post it on there.
When you used to have to go on Facebook on your computer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
What a time to be alive.
I remember I used to have to go over to my best friend's house to use her mom's computer because her mom didn't care if she had a Facebook. My mom cared. But I remember one time my mom told her best friend, do not let her have no Facebook. She saw me on Facebook, so then she told my mom, and I got in trouble. I was like, it's not even...
Your friend told your mom?
No, my friend's mom. Because my mom and my best friend's mom, they were best friends. That's how we became best friends. And then, so I would go over to her house, and she used to, like, talk to people on Facebook or whatever. And, like, her mom didn't really care if she had that or whatever, but my mom cared. And my mom told her best friend to make sure I'm not on Facebook. Yeah. I had so many, like, I used to have to almost make a new Instagram every time. I remember when this boy that I liked, right? I want him to notice me so bad. And then because everyone was on Facebook at the time, so I was like, my mom couldn't let me have a Facebook. Let me make a Facebook. I made a Facebook. And then I had put a status up. Oh, that's when he was doing like rates and stuff. Rate. And then, what is it? Rate into me, TBH. Oh my gosh. And he was like, I think he gave me like a rate of like a 7 or something. And then he was like, to be honest, you never talk, but like inbox me. But remember, I've never had a Facebook. So I didn't know what inbox was. I didn't know what inbox was. I was Googling it. I was like, what is inbox? Like, how do I message this man before he forgets about me? Bro, I was like, how do I message this man before I miss my chance?
I can just imagine you like...
Yeah. And then, but the thing is...
You didn't ask anybody?
No, because... I mean, I don't even think I had a phone at that time. I just had Facebook. So I'm just like, and I can't text people on Facebook because I don't know what my inbox is. So then I'm just like, mind you, my time is slim because I can only be on the computer for so long without my mom being like, what's she doing? Let me go check up on her. So I was just like, oh my gosh. So I think my mom had like came abruptly because the computer was like in the, what do you call it? By the living room area. So even if she's sitting on the couch, she can see what I'm doing. So she had to be in her room for me to think. So if I hear her like coming up, I would have to close the tab. And I wasn't the type to like just minimize it. I had to close it so that if she was like, hold on, let me see the computer real quick, there would be no evidence, right? And I'll delete the history, everything, right?
Smart.
So by the time I came back, I think I did figure out what inbox was. And I said, hey, never replied to me. Never replied to me. Never. I missed my chance.
And that right there is the spookiest thing I've heard.
Yeah. Next episode, I'll talk about how, like, I did have another crush. And I embarrassed myself in front of the class because I said his name instead of, like, the name that I was supposed to be presenting.
You're one of those.
Girl, I was
That's like a staple high school like moment. Like
this was in middle school. Yeah, I felt like I was on a TV show. And the whole class looked at me.
They were like, well, they weren't looking at you already because you were presenting.
Yeah, they were. But then
they were just like,
I'm going to just say it was about Mahalia Jackson.
Mahalia Jackson?
Yeah, we were doing a presentation. I remember it was Miss Simpson. English class.
Mahalia?
Oh, Mahalia. You know, I think it is Mahalia, no?
Who is that?
Mahalia Jackson. She was like a jazz singer.
Okay. Mahalia.
Is Mahalia?
Well, I've heard that name pronounced Mahalia, but it could have been Mahalia.
I don't know. Whatever.
The
point is, I never said Mahalia.
You said
Mahalia.
You said
I said his name.
Boy name here.
I said John Jackson.
His name was John?
No. I'm not going to bait his name out.
What 12-year-old named John?
Yeah.
Johnny.
And the thing is that I stuttered when saying it. So I was like, John Jackson. And then I looked, and I literally realized what I did. And the whole class was like, and I was like, they didn't bust out laughing, but you could hear like the snickering.
They were like,
and then I just like continued. And then I remember like after that, I avoided eye contact with him like the entire project. Yeah. Yeah.
Was he in your group or something?
He was in my class.
He wasn't in your group though to present?
No. I was presenting by myself.
Oh,
this is like, yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe he's in your group. That's why you're there.
No. Because I was looking at him as I was presenting, and like his name just got in my head. Never liked the man since. Never liked me and sis. You ain't gonna get me tripped up.
Ruin my presentation.
Okay.
About Mahalia.
Yeah. And then I think like a couple of weeks later, I broke my wrist. And yeah, and then I had to
play volleyball.
No, I went roller skating for the first time. I roller whirled.
And that's why I will never roller skate.
And you know what's so funny? I roller skate now. I have roller skates.
I saw them. I've never roller skated. I like tried once and I said hell no. And I sat back down and I took them off. Because I'm too big to fall. And if I fall,
back then I was skinny.
I know it will hurt. And you still broke your wrist.
Yeah, because that same crush that I tripped up on and said his name, same reason.
You saw him like at the skate rink?
Well, it was a field trip. And like I was trying so hard to impress him. And I literally didn't watch where I was going and I just slammed right in. So I remember this girl, Olivia. She broke her leg that day too.
What school? What?
Bro, because I was trying to protect my face. Because if I didn't like put my hand here.
2 students break 2 bones?
I think it was like three students that day.
Bones?
Mm-hmm. But was
this Shavu's? What was this? Roller World?
Roller World.
Y'all are fucking rolling lawsuits.
We were in 5th grade.
Oh, good thing they made y'all sign those waivers.
Mm-hmm.
3 kids in one day break bones? If I'm the teacher, I am pissed.
Because I was mad
the
because
paperwork I'm about to have to do.
The girl that I knew liked him. She was skating all through the skate rink. And I was just like, okay, I guess I got to be on the skating rink. Even though I ain't never skated before that. And I was just like, the thing about me, I'm going to go fast. Because I'm like, I'm trying to prove to you that I'm just as good. You know, I was trying to ride the wave.
Skate right there.
Right there. And I just went, shoot.
Good for you,
into the wall.
Like, you were able to skate like that for a little bit until you broke.
But you know how it's like in a circle? I didn't go in a circle. I was supposed to turn to go in.
You just kept going.
But I just went straight. And I really didn't want to hit my face because prized possession. So I went like this. Actually, it was his hand. And it just went, it was a fracture. Yeah. I remember Miss Simpson, again, my English teacher. We had like a writing project due. Was this before or after Mahalia Jackson? Because I think we was working on the Mahalia Jackson when my thing was broken. Whatever.
So you presented with a broken wrist?
I don't know. Listen, it's blurry. Actually, no, I didn't. This had to have been beforehand. But, no, sorry. That had to have been after. But we was writing like an essay or whatever, right? And I had to write it on a computer. I thought I was just going to get a pass from the class. But no, I was the only one with the computer. And I was like, because like most of my hand was like this. I just had to go like, and mind you know how like in middle school they break you up into different desks? So like you're at a desk with a certain people. He was at the desk.
With where the computer was?
No. Like we were all, you know how
you were in that group.
Yeah. Love that for me. So after that, I think that's why I stopped showing that I like people.
Because you just keep getting hurt. Like, literally.
Literally hurt.
Literally getting hurt.
Yeah. And then I think that's when I developed, like, the whole, like, I'm going to hate, like, I'm going to act like I don't like a man when I like them.
Toxic.
Anyways.
Because there must be a love bone in your wrist. You broke it. So.
I guess.
I want to break my wrist.
Why?
I don't want to break it, but...
Have you broken any bones?
I've never broken nothing. But my heart.
I've fractured my ankle, and I fractured my wrist.
I'm sure my ankle's fractured. Because you be seeing how flat my feet are. I'm sure something's wrong, but yeah, it's just...
Hey, get it checked out.
What it is.
First of all, there was a time on my birthday where I literally fell because I was so drunk I thought I had heels on. I didn't. And then I twisted my ankle. The whole night I was telling everybody, oh my gosh, like I broke my foot. They're like, girl, shut up.
You're drunk.
I woke up the next day swollen.
Broken.
It wasn't broken, but it was just like sprained.
Yeah.
But I was like, motherfuckers. I told y'all. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the spooky episode, but
I mean, it's scary that she broke all these bones, and like that's why
for a man, Trying to impress him.
In what? What grade? 6th grade?
5th.
5th grade. That wasn't even no man.
That was a boy. Well, he was grown to me. You know I like the hood loops. He was grown to me.
I'm sick.
Okay. Anyways. What's next on the agenda? Oh. Is that it? Did we do all the slides?
Yeah.
We're done
for the day.
You ready for that?
For the well, for the next day.
Yeah. This week, y'all, we don't really have any quote for y'all this week.
I have a quote for you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. We got a quote.
May all your delulu come tralulu.
Period. Amen.
IG.
That's all that we need to hit.
And have a great Halloween. Be safe. Make sure your mom checks your candy. Did your mom ever check your candy?
I never had no candy.
Well, make sure your mom checks your candy. Make sure you have a great costume. Don't ding dong ditch. You can TP though. And have a great Halloween. Be very, very safe. Don't drink and drive.
Bye.